Hey, I made this quick video because I saw you guys talking about making homemade Tabasco sauce. This is how I do it after a few years of practice. So those are some of my peppers from this year. Chop them up in a Cuisinart to a really super fine dice you'll see ahead in a little bit. And then you're going to add salt to it. You'll see that later. 2% by weight. So you want to weigh everything out here so you know exactly how much salt to add. Some recipes have you add vinegar. Tabasco adds vinegar, but I think that waters down the flavor. You can always add it later. The natural fermentation will produce enough acid to preserve it, so you don't need to worry about that. And it's enough acid for good flavor too. Once you throw it in a jar, you want a tight-fitting lid. You're going to release the gas about once a day because it puts off carbon dioxide. And if you don't release it, then it's going to explode. You can also do a brewer's setup with a water trap if you have that available. The liquids and solids are going to separate in the jar. That's me adding the salt, some of it. Will separate in the jar. Whenever you see that separation, shake it up. Otherwise, you may get a little mold forming on the very top where the solids are. After it stops separating very much, about 3 weeks, then you're going to have something that looks like that, where all the solids are kind of dissolving into the liquid and it almost flows. You can let it go for 3 weeks or months or even years the way Tabasco does it. And after that initial fermentation is done, then it's going to be preserved indefinitely. Next thing you want to do is process out all the skins and seeds. That's what I'm doing here. This is a KitchenAid attachment. It's really useful for a lot of stuff. This ends up making a slightly thinner sauce than my favorite method, which is with a food mill. There's a store, Sur La Table, that's got one that's like $40, and then I had to buy a finer mesh disc for it to really get the seeds out. You can go either way. And then, so on the left you see what I made with the KitchenAid attachment. On the right with the hand food mill. It's a little bit more viscous. I like it more like that on the right, but whatever you want. And then it's a really fantastic sauce with great flavor, nothing but the peppers and the salt.